What's up, VC? Happy to be back here for another day, and a little bit of showing you a little bit more of my record collection that I have. So, without further ado, let's get into it. The first one is AC/DC, Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap. Honestly, not a big AC/DC fan. All their songs are, kind of the same to me. I don't know if I'll get hate for this or not, for not really loving them, but yeah, I still have this record. It was in the 1000 album collection that I'd gotten, so yeah. This is a really interesting album. If anyone has this, tell me, because this is another one of those albums that could maybe be worth something. I mean, I'm not knowledgeable, but it's a German pressing. I don't know if you can see the words. They're all in German. And it's Jimi Hendrix, The Legends of Rock. And it's got a ton of songs that I've never heard from Jimi Hendrix on here. So it's a really, really interesting listen. And yeah, check this out. I'd love to know if anyone else has this. Next, we have Ozzy Osbourne, The Ultimate Sin. Have yet to listen to this yet, because I just recently picked this up, but, I mean, obviously Ozzy Osbourne was in Black Sabbath, so, I mean, yeah, you gotta love Ozzy Osbourne. I'm trying to get through this quick, because I have a 15-minute time limit, so, yeah, better hurry it up. I have found a lot of these at garage sales, and it's the Guess Who, a great band from the 60s, and this is the Best of the Guess Who Volume 2, and I actually think I have Volume 1 too. So, yeah. Next album I have to show it's Cream's Disraeli Gears. This album is amazing, just amazing psych rock from the 60s, and I mean, you can see the psychedelic influences right there on the album cover alone, and this album is amazing. And I found this and a lot of others at a guy that had 30,000 vinyl records in a semi-truck stored away. So, I mean, he had a ton of good stuff too, so I made sure to pick this up. And this next one I also picked up there. This is The Doors, self-titled. Probably, I don't know if it's I'd say Morrison Hotel is probably my favorite, and LA Woman. All the Doors albums are really good, and this is obviously, I think this is their first one, maybe. I can't remember. I just know, it has Light My Fire, The End, Soul Kitchen, just every good song by the Doors on here. Check this out, another Guess Who album. I have so much of the Guess Who, and once again, just a great band. This was actually a 1972 release, so yeah. Next, as you know, I love Pink Floyd, and this is Animals. This is just a complete prog rock jam album all the way through. Just some amazing jams on this. There's only 5 songs, but the songs are like 15 minutes each, so amazing album by Pink Floyd, as pretty much all the albums are. Next, here we go. Now that I was talking about it earlier, The Doors, LA Woman. I'm pretty sure this was their last record, and I mean, this was a little bit of a weirder record, I guess, than what they had earlier released, and I think part of that was just because Jim Morrison had gone insane. So, I mean, you can kind of tell when listening to this, but amazing songs and still an amazing album by the Doors. Next, this album really opened my eyes to modern psych rock, Tam Pole's Lonerism. I would definitely recommend checking this out if you're into like 60s psych rock, because this has the influences in it, but it's modernized, and just as it's pretty much a solo album. Kevin Parker does all the work on this, and then the band performs live. But unbelievable album, and the sound on this is incredible. You know, he puts a lot of time and effort into getting great sound, which I love. Next we have Aerosmith's Greatest Hits. I don't know, not a massive Aerosmith fan either. I do love Dream On though, but I mean there's a few others that are good, but yeah, had to pick this up. Aerosmith's Greatest Hits. Oh man, love this. Black Sabbath, We Sold Our Soul for Rock and Roll. This is pretty much a best of album from what I can see when I played it, because it's got pretty much everything from a ton of different albums, like albums from Paranoid, Black Sabbath, Master of Reality, Sabotage, Sabbath Bloody Sabbath, some albums that are featured on this. It's kind of falling apart, but you know, Black Sabbath is always a great listen. Next we have Meet the Beatles, early Beatles stuff, and unfortunately this record is scratched terribly. It's not in good condition at all, but you know, you need to have the Beatles. I think in my first video I said I had 2 Beatles albums. I did forget that I had this. Really one of their first albums that they came out with, Meet the Beatles. Really good album before they were really good, and this is still a great album. Next, I believe this is Led Zeppelin 4, and this is an amazing album. You know, getting into Led Zeppelin is something I think everyone needs to do, because Led Zeppelin is an amazing band. So check this out and check out every other Led Zeppelin album ever. Oh man, another album I'm not a fan of. Haven't even listened to this. Def Leppard, Pyromania. I guess you can tell I'm really not into 80s rock, besides like Sonic Youth and the Pixies and like Joy Division, New Order and stuff like that, but like Def Leppard, not a fan of at all. And not to say they don't have talent, I'm just not a fan of them. Next, the Eagles, Long Run. Some great songs on this, as you can see here. The Eagles, kind of talked about them in my first videos, kind of in relation to America and Dan Fogelberg a little bit, I guess. Correct me if I'm wrong. Oh man, a little more Pink Floyd here. Pick this up for $1, and it's The Wall. How can you not go wrong with The Wall? Amazing, more amazing Pink Floyd. Unbelievable. Just some jams on here. And of course, Comfortably Numb. Have yet to listen to this next album yet, but I am kind of interested in it. I would love if people could tell me what this album really is. It says it's the Beatle Beat, featuring I Want to Hold Your Hand / The Bugs. I feel like this might go along the lines of the Beatles, but I'm not for sure. I guess I'd have to listen to it to find out, but I'm going to at some point. It's just that I have so many albums to listen to, and I listen to a lot of albums every day, but I mean, sometimes I get obsessed with an album and I'll listen to it like 4 times in a day, because it's amazing. Next, we got the Brothers Johnson, and you know that I love some good funk, and this has a really good cover of the Beatles Come Together on this, and this is a really, really groovy funk soul record. If you've heard of the Brothers Johnson, which I'm sure a lot of you have, here in that funk. So yeah, a great album, unbelievable album. And the last album I have to show, I know this went really quick and I didn't do a lot of explaining, but we got Fleetwood Mac's Tusk, and this honestly is probably my favorite Fleetwood Mac album ever. It's really close with Rumors. It's really close, but I'd say this would have to be my favorite. because of the song Sarah, and That's All For Everyone. You know, every song on this is amazing, and I really wish there was a gatefold to this, because they just crammed a double LP in here, but God, this is a great album. Just amazing album. I don't really know what else to say besides that. You know, Fleetwood Mac stuff is really good, and I love Fleetwood Mac. I'm a huge fan. So yeah, guys, just showed some more records from my vinyl collection. I still have quite a bit to go, but yeah, tell me what you think. I know maybe my music collection isn't like as eclectic or like amazing as some of the other people out there, but I mean, I'm definitely trying to build it up, and if I find a record that you guys have mentioned in your VC before, then I'm definitely going to pick it up. I know Secca Funk, he no longer posts videos, but Osiris is an album I'm really looking for, and if any of you watch this video and you have an Osiris album, well, I can't remember, I'd have to look it up, but it's Osiris, and I really want that album. So if you don't want it, I would take it. And yeah, so thanks for watching, and once again, huge shout out to everyone who's commented on my videos. I try to comment back. I don't always. I definitely want to give a massive shout out to Baraka P-Dub for commenting on my video. He's one of my favorites in the VC, and also Derek Vaughn as well. And really everyone. It's amazing I've gotten this many comments and feedback on my videos, and I hope to keep making videos. And so yeah, thank you for watching.